Hi, this is Jason Perlow with ZDNet Tech Brother, and I'm here to show you the new Lunatik Taktik Strike and Taktik Extreme cases for the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5. So, as you know, I'm a bit of a fiend or enthusiast for highly protective case technology for your smartphones. As we all know, these are very expensive little toys, especially if you buy them at full retail in order to preserve contracts or to give yourself flexibility of moving between carriers with an unlocked device. As you know, I've recently been reviewing the OtterBox cases. I think they're really good products in general. There's always more ways you can make a case more protective. I happen to like the Lunatic Tactics series of cases a lot. One is, I think they're much more fashionable than the OtterBox. They look really cool. And also, I do tend to think that they do add a additional layer of shock protection that the OtterBoxes do not have. The main differentiating factor is that the Tactic cases are completely sealed. As you can see, I have my iPhone 5S here that is sealed in with these Allen screws or this Allen wrench that keeps it completely enclosed in the case. As you can see here, instead of using they do have one rubber tab here at the bottom of the charger. As you can see here, the audio tab is a metal lever which pulls out, and you can see you can access your audio cable right here. They also there's a little button right here which actually allows you to mute the phone, and so you have full access to all the controls that you normally do. These are rubber sort of tabs here that touch the actual buttons. But just to give you an idea of the thickness of this case, right? So here's the actual iPhone template to scale. This is what an actual iPhone 5 and 5S is in terms of actual size, right? So the size of the bezel on this thing is massive. Okay, they call it a 9 millimeter impact truss, right? So you're gonna, if you drop this phone, I mean and if you look at the height of the elevation between the screen and the actual bezel itself, it's massive. I mean, you're gonna drop this phone. There's no way if it goes face down, it's gonna hit the screen. The only way that you're gonna damage this thing is literally if a rock or a blunt object hits it straight in the middle, which is tends to be unlikely with normal use. So if you're an outdoors type, and if you want to have full use of the sensor, right, this Touch ID sensor, the Tactic Strike is a good case. It comes in both black and what I call this Stormtrooper white, which I think is a cool color. It's about $60 if you go to Lunatic's website. Okay, but the next layer of protection. This is my wife's phone. I had used this particular case and this phone for about 6 months or so. This is the Lunatic Taktik Extreme. Now you can see this looks very similar to the Tactic Strike with one key difference. First of all, you may not be able to tell, but there is an additional layer of glass on top of the iPhone's actual screen here. Okay, so this is Gorilla Glass. This is a layer of Gorilla Glass. And it makes the case slightly thicker, but not really noticeably so. It does make the case twice the price to give you that extra layer of protection. This case here does not have a permanent screen protector like the OtterBoxes do. So if you want that scratch-resistant stuff, you may want to invest in the removable screen protector coatings if you're really that concerned about it. I'm not hugely concerned about it, but a lot of people, we have nails and various things, might want to think about doing that. Now, what we have here with the Tactic Extreme, first of all, you can see here, this is the 5 case. Now, there's going to be a version for 5S. They're going to have to alter the rear bezel here, right, in order to accommodate the way that the iSight camera, right, lines up, right, because you got 2 different types of flashes here. You got that new dual multicolor LED flash on the 5S, and the single type flash on the 5. So the only problem with this case is obviously the Touch ID sensor on this phone is completely covered up, right? So this is for people that are doing extreme sports. Maybe they're working in construction, vertical market, heavy outdoorsy type of applications, right? In which case people don't care about the Touch ID sensor. But it's a compromise that some people are willing to make. I don't need to make that compromise personally. But I can tell you one thing, that my wife needs all the extra protection she can get on a phone. So that's why she's using this particular case. So this case is about $124 if you get it from Lunatik's website. I think it's completely worth the money, especially if you're paying full retail on the devices. Even if you're paying a subsidized price on these devices, they're totally worth the money. I think it's the best case in the market, short of the OtterBox Armor, which can be, as I understand, fully submergible in water. These are not fully submergible. I wouldn't even try to make them fully submergible or even test them as fully submergible, but they're definitely much more sealed than your average case on the market. So again, this is Jason Perlow with ZDNet Tech Brother with the Lunatik Taktik Strike and the Lunatik Taktik Extreme, both excellent cases for the iPhone.